Our closest living relative, sharing 98% of our genetic information, nothing else compares to the chimpanzee. Even though they are so close to us genetically, it is important to realize that these creatures are not us, being wild animals adapted to live lives in unforgiving environments. But even with our differences, you can look at chimps and see some very human qualities in their anatomy and behavior. On today's episode of Endangered Inhabitants, we'll be swinging into the world of pan troglodytes, the chimpanzee. Chimpanzees are in the mammalian order of primates. This order contains two suborders, the Strepsirini, containing all lemurs and lorises, and the Haplorini, containing the tarsiers of the infraorder Tarsieriformes, and the simians of the infraorder Simiiformes. We can further divide the Simiiformes into two parvoorders, the Platyrini, or the New World monkeys, and the Catarrhini. Catarrhini can then be divided into two superfamilies, the Cercopithecoidea, or the Old World monkeys, and the Hominoidea, or the apes. Hominoidea can then be divided into two families, the Hylobatidae, which contains the gibbons, and the Hominidae, which contains the great apes. Great apes can then be divided into two subfamilies, the Ponginae, which contains the three species of orangutan, and the Hominidae, which contains the remaining great apes. Hominidae then contains two tribes, the Gorillini, which contains the two species of gorilla, and the Hominini, which contains chimpanzees, bonobos, and all hominids. Chimpanzees and humans diverged around 7 to 8 million years ago for those wondering. Chimpanzees are members of the genus Pan. This genus contains two extant species, the bonobo and the chimpanzee. These two species have been separated by the Congo River for over 2 million years, with no gene flow between them, also becoming polar opposites in how they behave. Then, last time, I promise, chimpanzees can be divided into 4 distinct subspecies, the western chimpanzee, the central chimpanzee, the eastern chimpanzee, and the Nigeria-Cameroon chimpanzee. Chimps are among the smaller of the great apes. Males weigh anywhere between 40 to 70 kilograms or 88 to 154 pounds, while females weigh anywhere between 27 to 50 kilograms or 60 to 110 pounds. Adults have an average height of 150 centimeters or 4 feet 11 inches. As you can see just by looking at them, chimps have a very robust build. Chimps are adapted for both terrestrial and arboreal locomotion. Their arms are longer than their legs and can reach below their knees. Their hands have long fingers and short thumbs with incredible grip strength, while their feet are adapted for grasping with an opposable big toe. Their muscles are around 50% stronger per weight than those of humans due to the higher content of fast-twitch muscle fibers and adaptation for climbing and swinging. They can use those limbs to run up to 40 kilometers per hour or 25 miles per hour for short distances. Chimpanzees have a rounded head with a prominent face and pronounced brow ridge. They have forward-facing eyes, a small nose, rounded non-lobed ears, and a long mobile upper lip. These allow chimps to be extremely expressive, important when communicating with other members of the community. Males also have sharp canine teeth they use in combat. They are covered in a coarse coat of black hair covering everything except the face, fingers, toes, palms of the hands, and soles of the feet. Chimpanzee skin covered in hair is normally white, while exposed pigments vary. Facial pigmentation increases with age and exposure to ultraviolet light. Females develop swelling pink skin when in estrus. Chimps have an average life expectancy of around 12 to 27 years in the wild, with outliers living nearly 60 years. Native to Central Africa, chimpanzees can be found in Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, the Republic of the Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Ivory Coast, Guinea, Liberia, Mali, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, Ghana, Nigeria, South Sudan, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania. They may have been extirpated from Benin, Burkina Faso, and Togo. They primarily inhabit forests and savannas, living in dry savanna, evergreen rainforest, montane forest, swamp forest, and dry woodland savanna mosaics. Chimpanzees are omnivorous frugivores, meaning they primarily depend on fruit above all other foods, but will eat a variety of things. There are 2 trees that chimpanzees eat the most from, those being the umbrella tree and the rough-leaved white stinkwood. Other herbaceous materials ingested include leaves, leaf buds, seeds, blossoms, stems, pith, bark, and resin. While mainly herbivorous, chimpanzees will eat honey, soil, insects, birds, and their eggs, and small to medium-sized mammals. Their favorite thing to hunt are red colobus monkeys, but they've also been observed hunting red-tailed monkeys, yellow baboons, bush babies, blue deer, bush bucks, and even common warthogs. Chimps hunt in packs. Each hunting participant is given a role. Drivers serve to keep the prey running in a certain direction, blockers make sure the prey can't escape in a different direction, chasers move quickly and try to catch the prey, and ambushers hide and rush out when the prey nears. They prefer to hunt in areas where the canopy is interrupted and irregular, making it easier to corner arboreal prey. Males do a disproportionate amount of the hunting. Chimpanzees are extremely social creatures, typically living in communities of anywhere between 15 to more than 150 members, but spend most of their time traveling in small temporary groups consisting of a few individuals. This fission-fusion society includes groups of 4 types: all male, adult females and offspring, adults of both sexes, or one female and her offspring. These can form for a variety of reasons with a variety of purposes. The most important thing for forming and maintaining social bonds of any kind is social grooming, with the amount of time lengthened for the individual that a chimp likes. In order to maintain this complex social structure afloat, chimpanzees use facial expressions, postures, sounds, and vocalizations to communicate with one another. Males are the core of the social structures, as they patrol the territory, protect group members, and search for food while having the general disposition of Prime King Von. Males exhibit linear dominance hierarchy, tending to be aggressive even during times of stability. Males can maintain and even improve their social rank by forming coalitions, groups of males that work together. Males normally stay in their natal group for life, while females will often immigrate to new groups in order to prevent inbreeding. While social hierarchies tend to be weaker in adult females, it is important for her offspring as that's the rank they will inherit. Chimpanzees in general are extremely territorial, frequently killing other chimpanzees from other groups. They will patrol their territories in small groups, while being more likely to avoid contact with neighbors whilst in them, until they get backup. It has been observed that chimps will wage war, with groups of chimps literally jumping and killing lone individuals from rival clans. Although there are cases of males safely integrating themselves into new communities with West African chimpanzees, suggesting they are less territorial. Once the nasty is completed, gestation lasts around 8 months. Newborn chimps are helpless, with their mothers providing their young with food, warmth, protection, and teaching them certain skills. Males will actually associate with females they did the nasty with and support their offspring. When they reach 5 to 6 months, infants will ride on their mother's back, having continual contact with her for the first year. Chimps are extremely intelligent, showing numerous signs of intelligence including the ability to remember symbols, cooperation, tool use, varied language capabilities, and even passing the mirror test, suggesting they have some level of self-awareness. They also display signs of culture among groups, with the learning and transmission of variations in grooming, tool use, and foraging techniques leading to localized traditions. The main and most common predator of adult chimpanzees are leopards. While there have been no observed sightings, chimps might be preyed upon by lions as well, where they are sympatric, perhaps with larger group sizes of savanna chimps having developed as a response to lion predation. Chimpanzees are listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. It was estimated back in 2003 that there were anywhere between 170,000 to 300,000 mature individuals, with the population trend being in decline. The biggest threat chimpanzees face is poaching. Low population densities and slow reproductive rates combine to often lead to local extirpation of chimp populations, as hunting for the ever-present bushmeat trade is extensive. When chimps are killed for their meat, their infants are often sold into the illegal pet trade, as humans have an unhealthy obsession with chimps. Habitat destruction is the second biggest threat faced by chimpanzees. Subsistence and slash-and-burn agriculture has severely reduced the availability of habitat. Logging, mining, and oil drilling not only destroy forests, but also alter and disturb the forests left standing through pollution and toxic runoff. Industrial agriculture for crops like palm oil and major transportation infrastructure bring additional destruction. All this makes it easier for the aforementioned poachers to access chimp habitat that was once inaccessible. Disease is another large driver in chimp decline. Ebola is an ever-present threat, causing great ape die-offs since the 1980s and possibly even earlier. As humans and chimpanzees, being that we're so similar, live in closer proximity as their habitat is fragmented, this exposes chimps to many diseases they've never had to deal with before, such as anthrax. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. We hit 50 subscribers while I was writing the script for this video, so I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for helping me make this dream almost a reality. We're still not there yet. Job's not finished. If you have any information you think I should have included in the video, or any corrections, or even just general thoughts, please leave a comment, because I'd love to hear from you people. I try to be as comprehensive as possible while keeping the videos somewhat entertaining with my limited editing skills, so please bear with me. Everyone have a fantastic day. Peace.